who's back from traveling the world. Yes, it was me. I'm totally kidding. I was not traveling the world. I only went to New York. It was super fun, and we're gonna get into it in this video. First things first, I know I talked so much about vlogging this entire trip in previous videos to this one. I would literally not shut up saying, I'm going on a trip and I'm gonna vlog it all and it's gonna be amazing and it's gonna be so cool and so much fun and whatever. I hate to break it to myself because I know I'm the only one that was super excited for that. I couldn't vlog the entire trip. And I am very sad about it. I am very disappointed in myself, and I know I'm gonna regret it in the future, and I'm already regretting it now because I wish I had literally footage of everything that we did on this trip because it was a really fun trip overall. Basically, the reason why I didn't vlog the entire trip like I was planning to, and this is no shade, no tea, no drama, I didn't feel as confident and comfortable to vlog every single day with the friends that I went with. Yes, these friends are close friends, but I really need to be in the mood and I really need to be hyped up to feel confident in vlogging, like out in the street in front of people. Like the people that are around me have to like literally hype me up and be also motivated to either be in the video or just encourage me to do it, you know? And then if I was by myself, I definitely would have done it. I definitely would have vlogged myself because it was only me. But like I was with other people, I wanted to include them as well, but also not be shoving the camera in front of their face. So the first day I did kind of vlog it completely. And then the rest of the days were only bits and pieces here and there. So this is gonna be a recap video of the whole 10 days in New York City. Other than that, I hope you guys still enjoy this video because, like I said, the trip was really fun. So enough rambling, let's get into day number 1. So starting day number 1, we got to New York around 11 in the morning and we got to the JFK airport. This is the first time like I'm in a guy's trip. So in this whole trip, we did a lot of just spontaneous things, like literally just how we felt during the day. We would literally just play it off by ear. And we started like that because we got to the airport and we were like, okay, these are the options. Taking Uber, taking a taxi, or taking the train, or a bus too, because I think there's a bus. And then we opted for the train. So the adventure literally started the moment that we stepped on, like out of the airport and into the first train. It was crazy just carrying all our luggage because I had 2 suitcases, like my big one, my carry-on, and then my backpack. And then my friends, they both had their backpack and then a suitcase. And I say this was an adventure from the start because, like I said, we got on the train and we were gonna stay all the way in Jersey City. So Jersey City is not close to the airport at all. Like it literally took us, I think about maybe like an hour and a half or almost 2 hours to get there, to get to Jersey City. And like I said, we were with all our luggage. We did have to switch trains maybe like twice, not that much. So that was not bad. But still, like sitting in a subway with all your luggage and like you trying to keep everything to yourself because there are trains or stations where a lot of people just get in. New York is super hectic and you just never know like what's gonna go down. So you want to keep everything, your stuff like close to you and an eye on everything. But I do have to say, traveling from the airport all the way to Jersey City was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I thought it was gonna be a lot harder and taking more trains or like switching from train to train. And like I said, really, it was only like 2 trains that we took. Okay, now when we got to Jersey City, this is where we chose to get an Uber to drop us off at our Airbnb. Because even though it was close to the train station, it was not walking distance. It would have probably been like an hour walk and we have our luggage. So we just opted for an Uber and they picked us up like super quick and they dropped us off at the Airbnb. Getting inside the Airbnb was a challenge because the guy from the Airbnb, he sent us like some of the rules and then how to get in and the passcode and whatever. And he just sent us passwords to 2 rooms when it was supposed to be like one part of the house, not like the basement part, and it was just super confusing. It took us like literally 20 minutes to get in the house, but we finally did get in, and here's where I filmed a tour of our house. So we got to the Airbnb about an hour ago. We settled in. My friends are out at the little grocery shop that's right around the corner getting some groceries. I stay behind because I wanted to do some work. I have some work to do, but I also wanted to do a little house tour of the Airbnb. It's super nice. We're in New Jersey, staying around like 20 minutes away from the city. But yes, this is how the Airbnb that we're staying at looks like. So I'm standing right here at the front door. This is the front wall of the house. We have a little window right there, close to curtains because it's already late at night. When you come in, you see this bookshelf. We have the living room here. This couch is super comfy. And then we have the TV over there. We have air conditioning. We have the staircase. We're gonna go up there in a minute. We have a dining table right here. And then we have this place is all decorated like hip hop and retro like music and movies and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. So this is like part of like their movie thing. It's like a little tapestry. Over here we have the kitchen. We have a full kitchen basically here. It's pretty nice. There's a lot of space because if I walk this side, like all this is empty right here. I'm guessing that's like a basement door which is locked. We can't access that. Down here we have a little bathroom. It's super tiny, like I can't even fit here, but yeah, we have that. And then here we have the back door. We do have a little backyard. It's super dark, there's no lights there, so you can't really see, but let's go up. So going up this way, this staircase is super tiny, but we could do this. It was a little bit hard for me to come up here with my suitcases and stuff, but because it's so tiny. But yeah, this is how it looks like here. It has this little hallway and then has the bathroom right here. This is the first door that you see basically. That's the bathroom. There's me, toilet, sink, bathtub. Not too bad. Then we have the second bedroom, I would say. And this is where my friends are staying. They were nice enough to give me the master bedroom, so I'm super happy about that. Not complaining. So they're sharing this room, and then they have two little windows here, and you can see out to the street. And then this is the other side. It's super quiet outside. And then we have a little closet, and then over here, this is my bedroom. Turn on the lights. I have a full bed, more tapestry, good vibes only. And then I have my suitcases. I already did a little bit of unpacking. And I also have a little desk here. I put my camera, I need to charge that for tomorrow because tomorrow I'm definitely gonna be vlogging like the whole day. Got my bag. And then I hung up some of my clothes there just because I don't want it to be like super wrinkled. I don't wanna iron them, even though there is an ironing thing right there and an ironing board right here. I don't want to iron. I'm on vacation. There's no ironing for me. Anyways, down here we have another window that shows you like the backyard, but like I said, it's super dark out there. But yeah, that's basically how the Airbnb is looking. Let me turn off the lights because I'm like leaving all the lights on, and yeah, even though I'm not paying bills, I don't want like all the lights on. So let's turn that off. I'm gonna go back down because I need to keep on like working on like some new graphics that I'm doing for Happy Playeras, which is the other clothing brand that I sometimes design for. Well, a lot of the time I design for them. But yeah, back down here to the living room. And then we're just like sitting here on the couch doing some work. I'm not gonna lie, the Airbnb was super nice, and I think it's one of the best Airbnbs that I've ever stayed at because it was an actual full house. Later at night, one of our friends that lives over there in Jersey City invited us to go to a Sky Bar. So he picked us up. We went to Five Guys before, I forgot that. I tried Five Guys for the first time, did not like it at all, and do not recommend it because it's very expensive and just the food was not great. Maybe it was the one that I went to, or maybe they're all like that, but yeah, not a fan, wouldn't try it again. After that, we went to the rooftop bar, and it was such a nice place and vibe. The whole place was like super fancy. Like I was not dressed for that place. Like I was in sweats and my coat. Like I was cold. I wanted to be comfortable. I didn't know this place was gonna be so fancy, but it was bougie. And we sat outside, which was a little bit more casual. It was colder, so we sat in the fire. They had like a fire pit, and that was super fun, super chill. Got to catch up with my friend, and it was just a really chill night because after that we just went down and walked around Jersey City a little bit. Saw the New York skyline from Jersey City, which is one of the best views of New York that you can ever see. Day number 2 was our first full day in New York City, and we wanted to dedicate this whole day just to Brooklyn. I've been to Brooklyn once, only to Dumbo, the Dumbo area, which is super nice, but I wanted to like just adventure around Brooklyn a little bit more, and my friends hadn't been to Brooklyn yet, so that was really fun that we got to experience Brooklyn.
Say hi.
Hey.
Where are we going to?
We went to Urban Jungle
Where?
in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. We're gonna take the 5 train subway to Brooklyn. Good morning vlog. Today we are out and about in New York City. We're gonna go to Brooklyn. Super excited to get on the train.
And one of the first places that I really wanted to check out in Brooklyn was Urban Jungle, which is a really popular but at the same time kind of underrated thrift shop over there in, I think it was the Williamsburg area, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know Brooklyn that much, like I said, so I think it was like Williamsburg, something like that.
Finally made it to Brooklyn. How many shots did we get to Brooklyn? Like how many times did we
Missed
lost?
a couple of few.
I think like 2, right?
Yeah.
Like two trains, and then we finally made it here to Brooklyn. We are on our way to Urban Jungle, which is a really cool, trendy thrift shop, and I think we're here. Is that it?
It looks like it.
Is that it? If it's not it, then we can go in. Oh yeah, there's the subway. The submarine. It's here then. It's that one. Okay,
Hello,
we're here.
submarine.
This is very exciting. Very, very exciting. We are inside Urban Jungle, and this place is absolutely huge. So big. And this is the jacket area.
$25.
How overwhelming is this from 1 to 10?
Oh,
So many clothes and options.
It's like an 8. It's like an 8, yeah.
There's a lot. There's another room over there. Then another corner over there. There's a lot going on. Let's begin this thrifting journey.
The thrift shop was super big and overwhelming. Nothing was in order. I honestly didn't like it. I took so many pictures outside because it was just a vibe, but inside it was kind of a neat mess. Like everything was nicely put together, but all the clothes were like mix and match, and you didn't know what was men's and what was women's, so that really like turned me off, and I actually didn't buy anything, which is super surprising for me because I love a thrift shop, I love shopping, I love clothing, and I literally didn't find anything that I liked there. So after the thrift shop, we went and grabbed some food. It started raining, so we waited for the rain to like calm down for a while, and then we just decided to like carry on walking through Brooklyn because maybe we would find other really cool shops around the area, which we did, and that was great because that was one of our main goals for this trip, just to like really seek and find those little hidden gems in New York. So we found this record store. I don't know if it got any footage of it. I don't think I did. It was very small. They had loud rock music. It was cool. It was a vibe. I didn't find anything that I liked, so I didn't buy anything. I don't think any of us bought anything. But after that, it started raining a little bit again, and then it was just getting cold and we were wet. So we just decided to start heading down, like south, I guess. And we wanted to go to Dumbo as well because we wanted to see the bridge. We wanted to see all the old factories. We wanted to see the new ice skating rink that they had just put in Brooklyn. So that was the next thing that we did.
Now we're on the way to Dumbo, to the Brooklyn Bridge, and whatever else we find on the way.
And I have to say, Dumbo literally never disappoints. It is such a vibe. It is such a nice area and so hipster. It's very up and coming. Like, it's getting so modern now that I'm afraid it'll lose its touch because it's getting so popular and populated as well. But the first place that we checked out was this Dumbo market. It was literally under the Brooklyn Bridge.
These trains are so loud, but we found this local market that we're gonna go see what they have. Looks really cool. Finally, the trains are gone.
And it was basically like a flea market. It was super cool. I did buy some gifts for my family there, and I did find some really cool things. Like, there was this guy selling vintage cameras. All of them worked, but they were film cameras, and I don't know how to work a film camera, so I didn't get any. I did find some cool clothes, but I was like, I don't know if I love it, and I really want to buy things that I absolutely love because I know that I will wear.
What's up? How just been your experience here?
It's been great. It's been really good. Found some really cool vintage pieces. Kind of like this, but right now I'm really liking this one.
Nice, nice.
So I ended up not buying any clothes.
That one's the best one, I think.
What?
Across the street from that, they had a bookshop, and I did buy some postcards because I love collecting postcards. And obviously we had to stop in front of the Manhattan Bridge and get some epic pictures.
Whoa!
We made it to the Manhattan Bridge.
We did see the new ice skating rink that's under the Brooklyn Bridge in Dumbo. It was super nice. It was big. It was very crowded and very expensive. So one of the things that I really wanted to do in this trip was going ice skating. And sadly, I didn't do it because all the ice skating rinks that we went to were like really pricey. And we wanted to do other things too. Like, we wanted to really spread out our money and make it last the 10 days because we were all on a budget and it was a tight budget. So we skipped on the ice skating rink thinking that we would find a better, more cheaper one, but heads up is that we didn't. So after we were done in Dumbo, we were starving. I remember this amazing restaurant in Little Italy. I literally cannot remember the name right now, but I know where it's at. Like, if I'm there, I could walk there, I could get there because I know where it's at, but I don't know the name. It was amazing. I've been there before. It was great this time as well. We got pizza. The pizza is literally like one of the best pizzas that I've ever eaten in my life. And I'm so happy that the guys agree. Like, they were super happy with my suggestions. So after eating the most amazing pizza that you could find in New York, we still wanted to do some stuff because it was still early. We ended up going all the way to Bryant Park because we knew they had an ice skating rink over there and we wanted to check that one out. Once we got there, we saw that the place was packed and they had this whole winter village, which was amazing. It was so much fun and it was so cool. Like, the whole park was covered in little shops, like from local businesses and food trucks and food and all type of really good smells of food, and then trash as well, which was really bad. But regardless of that, like, it was such a nice place. Like, I really fell in love with it. I don't remember if I took any pictures. If I did, you guys are seeing them right here, but I think I didn't. It was honestly hard for me to take my camera out, like take pictures there, because like I said, it was so packed. And then the line for the ice skating rink was just ridiculous. We didn't even try to do that. And day number 3. This day we had on our list going to the Chelsea Market. We wanted to go to Hudson Yards. And I don't remember what else we wanted to do, but we ended up doing a couple things because we even ended up in Times Square at night, which was really fun as well. But like I said, the first thing that we did was Chelsea Market. I did a lot of shopping. I bought a lot of books at my favorite bookshop in New York City. It's located inside the Chelsea Market, and it's called, I have a bookmark from there because I bought a whole bunch of books, and I do want to mention this because I have it. The bookshop is called Postman Books, and they sell all sorts of books. It's not the biggest bookshop, but they do have a really nice selection of, at least what I like to read. They have a really nice selection of poetry and also mystery thriller books. I also did find some other cute gifts that I wanted to get for my family, and I did buy a hat from the little Chelsea Market gift shop. This day we also got to eat in one of my favorite restaurants, which is a Thai restaurant inside the Chelsea Market as well. Their food is amazing, and I feel like they serve you so much food that it makes the prices not that bad. I'm not gonna lie, this whole trip we ate some really good food. We also went to the local market inside the Chelsea Market, so they have this section where it's all spread out with small businesses and vendors and stuff like that, and I love going there because I always find really cool things, and this time it didn't disappoint. I feel like this time I found like the best things that I've ever bought from the Chelsea Market. I got these two shirts from a guy. His brand is called Boys from New York, or Boys of New York, and let me tell you guys, these shirts I am obsessed with. You guys are gonna see them in the following video to this one. I'm gonna do a whole haul video showing you guys like everything that I got on this trip. So don't worry, I am gonna show you those t-shirts. I bought two of the same one in different colors, and they have embroidery right here in the front. After the Chelsea Market, we made our way to Little Island. The guys have never been to Little Island. I had been there before. So we just walked around, got some really cool pictures and video of the views from Little Island. Little Island has really nice views of the One World Trade Center. The tower just looks amazing. After going around Little Island, we wanted to hop on the High Line and just walk it all the way, like from the start to the end, which it starts like right next to the Chelsea Market and it ends all the way in Hudson Yards, like literally right in front of the vessel and the building with the observation deck that's called the Edge. When we got off the High Line, we walked around the vessel, took some pictures of it and some video, then we stepped inside one of the malls that they have right across from the vessel. It's in one of the skyscrapers. We just walked around the mall. So the day was still young, surprisingly, because I do have to say one of the things that I really didn't like about this trip, and I guess about like traveling to New York in this time of the year, was that it gets super dark like super early over there. Like literally at 5 p.m. is sunset, and like already at 4 the sun is already like literally saying bye, I'm ditching this thing, like I'm out of here. So I feel that our days felt really short and our nights felt so long. A lot of the times we did end the day a little bit earlier, thinking it was a lot later. Anyways, we ended this day by going to Times Square, taking some great pictures, some videos, and also eating more pizza, but this time from the 99-cent pizza. They have 99-cent pizza places around Times Square. They have, I think, about like 3 or 4, and the pizza, I'm not gonna lie, it cost $1, but it was so good. It was really, really good pizza. Honestly, one of the best pizzas that I've had as well. Day number 4, we wanted to start the day off in the best way possible. And I had the perfect idea and the perfect place to start the day. So from our Airbnb, we took a train all the way to Grand Central Station, walked out of Grand Central Station. Oh, first we took some pictures at Grand Central Station as well. But we walked from Grand Central Station all the way to the Met, because right across the street from the Met, in one of those streets, I don't know what street it is in particular, one of my favorite restaurants slash like diner places is located there, and it's called Nectar. Nectar is such a good place to have the best breakfast that you'll literally ever have in your life. The first time that I went to this restaurant was in 2019, and I literally loved the food so much. I remember what I ate, where it was, how it looked, like everything of the place. Like it was literally engraved in my mind, and I was like, when I come back to New York, I have to go back to this place because it was so good. And also the prices were super good back then, because now they're higher, but still very worth it. So this time we went to Nectar, and the guys again were super happy with my choice of restaurant because they absolutely loved the food. I ate the French toast, which is my favorite thing to eat there. French toast with some sausage and some eggs. Best French toast, like literally the best French toast that I've ever had in my life. So good. The prices did go up, but still the quality of service was amazing and the food was just spectacular. And I do believe that this place, Nectar, also owned by like a Greek family, so they do a lot of like Greek food. After that, we made our way back to the Met. We wanted to walk around the Met and take some pictures and some video. And then since we were already there at Central Park, because if you guys have never been to New York, the Met is located like inside of Central Park. It's super easy to find all the good spots in Central Park because all of them are relatively close to the museum. Also, my friend Kevin had never been to Central Park, so this was his first time experiencing it, and he really liked it. He really enjoyed it, which was awesome. Also, I got to walk parts of Central Park that I had never been before, which was amazing because we found some really good spots for pictures. I was like with my little camera taking really nice shots of everything. Also, something that's super cool that we stumble upon, and it was actually something that I wanted to go, but I forgot to add it to the list of places that we wanted to see. It was the castle inside of Central Park. So if you guys didn't know that, there is a little tiny castle inside of Central Park. The name is a little bit hard for me to say, so I'm not gonna say it, but the place is super cool. So the castle has like 2 levels that you could go up to, and it's just like a viewpoint where you can see like different sides of Central Park. It's really nice because you get like a really nice view of how big the park is. Like you literally don't see the end to it, and you get to see like different ponds, and like I said, like different parts of the park, and also all the buildings are around. So after walking Central Park for a really long time, we hit up some shops that I wanted to visit, like the corner bookstore and some other record shops that were around the area, and it was cool because we got to do that. I didn't buy anything in any of these stores, but they were still really fun. And after all that walking, we're starting to get hungry again. Plus, we wanted to go to Times Square again and just see like other parts of Times Square, like where the Rockefeller Center is at, the ice skating rink there. So we got all the way to the Rockefeller Center, and that place was literally jam-packed. Like there was so many people just walking around, taking pictures of all the lights. The lights were really, really cool. The ice skating rink was really nice as well. I got some nice footage of that. And then we walked around Radio City Music Hall. From there, we ended up walking to Times Square and grabbing some more pizza. You guys know it. We went to the 99 cents pizza. Day number 5, I don't think I filmed practically anything at all because we decided to stay in Jersey and rest a little bit because we had been going strong like for 4 days straight, going to New York City. So we decided to keep it low-key that day, go out a little bit later, not early in the morning, and just hit up some local places around Jersey City and called it a night. Because baby, we needed to recharge. The next day, we were gonna go strong again, going to New York City. Day number 6, we decided to go back to Central Park and explore it a little bit more during like the morning time, and we also wanted to do some ice skating at one of the Central Park ice skating rinks. We got there and man, it was so full and it was so expensive as well. I'm really disappointed because I feel like I should have done it anyways because that was like one of the top 3 things that I wanted to do on this trip and I didn't get to do. So I do regret not going ice skating. I should have just paid like the $40 for an hour of ice skating. I mean, it was definitely expensive, but I feel like it would have been worth it because it's not like I could ice skate over here in Puerto Rico or anywhere else because I'm not going to be traveling anytime soon. Since our main goal this day was to ice skate and we ended up not doing it, we just kept on walking around Central Park, and after Central Park we ended up just walking towards Times Square, and I popped in some shops and got some stuff. I bought like one of my favorite pair of pants in American Eagle, which that day I was wearing them in the color like green, and I ended up getting the same pants but in a cream color. After American Eagle, we went to Barnes and Nobles, and I didn't buy any books. I did buy some music CDs there, and after that we wanted to keep on like looking at more bookstores and music shops, so we kept on walking and just finding like little hidden places around New York City. And we ended up going to the Book Off, which is one of the coolest little stores in New York City. It's basically a movie and music store, but they also do have books. Even though their music selection and movie selection is wildly big, like it was just aisles and aisles of movies and music, and they had like this whole section of like $1 movies and $1 CDs. It was just crazy. I loved it. It was so much fun, like literally going through all of the CDs because I really wanted to buy more music. I did find 2 CDs. I found a Hannah Montana one, I think it's from the first season CD, and then I also found the Miley Cyrus Plastic Heart CD. One of them came out in $1 and then the other one came out like in 10. This day we literally didn't do that much, so we ended the day earlier. We just head back to the Airbnb and watched some movies, and that's how we pretty much ended the day. Day number 7. This day we decided to also stay in Jersey and not go to New York because we wanted to check out one of the newest malls in the United States in general. So we went to the American Dream Mall, which is, like I said, one of the newest malls in the States. I think it opened about a year ago, and this is the second biggest mall in the United States. It is super big. I've never been inside a building so big, I think, or like a mall so big. They have the Nickelodeon's amusement park, they have the DreamWorks water park, they have an ice skating rink, they also have a indoor snowboarding and skiing place, they have a Lego Discovery Center, they have 2 places for mini golfing, they have a Hall of Mirrors place, plus all of the shopping stores that they have there. It is so big. We did not walk it completely. They have really good stores. I did do a little bit of shopping. They do have a lot of like shops that reminded me of my trip to Korea. I just feel like that mall had a lot of Asian influence, like when it came to shopping. Also the people in the mall, like there was a lot of Asians around the mall, and I feel like maybe it's in a neighborhood where there's a really big Asian community. Anyways, this day I pretty much spent it by myself because my friends wanted to do other things that I didn't particularly want to do, and vice versa. Like I really wanted to check out the theme parks because you can go in there for free if you're not going to get on like any machine or ride or anything like that. And they wanted to like eat at Asian restaurants, which I'm not the biggest fan of Asian food. So I went to the Nickelodeon park. That park looks so much fun, and I regret it as well that I didn't get on any rides because I didn't want to ride the rides by myself, because I feel like theme parks are just funner with other people. Especially my family is a very theme park family. Like we love going to a theme park. We've been to Disney countless times. Like I literally cannot count how many times I've been to Disney anymore because we've just been there so many times. So I feel like I would definitely love to come back to New Jersey and experience this theme park with my family because I know that they would really enjoy it. But the rides were so cool. I really wanted to get on. They had like Avatar The Last Airbender rides, they had Rugrats rides, they had a couple of roller coasters. The theme of one was the Fairly Odd Parents. Like they just had like really cool rides for, I feel like, everybody, like every age group. But like I said, I didn't get on anything because I didn't want to ride the rides by myself. So I just exited the theme park and I decided to just do some shopping. So I just hit up some more shops and got some more gifts for my family and some stuff for myself because, to be honest, during this trip, I feel like I didn't do as much shopping as I usually do on trips, especially for myself. Since this mall was so big, the day was just really long. We were tired, so we just decided to call an Uber and head back to the Airbnb and also call it a night, just go back home, relax, and get ready for the next day. Because the next day was pretty much our last full day in New York City. Day number 8, we decided that this day would be our last day in New York City because we would want to spend the next day in Jersey and also just get ready for the following day, which we were leaving back to Puerto Rico. So for our last day in Manhattan, we really wanted to check out Roosevelt Island because we saw that they had a free tram ride, like a teleferic cart. You cross from Manhattan all the way to Roosevelt Island. So that was the first thing that we did that day. When we got there, I do have to say that tram ride was not free. So that was another scam because all the websites and videos that I had watched before said that that place was free. Anyways, it wasn't expensive because it was just the Metro card. So you would just pass the Metro card. So it was basically like getting on the train, which must have been like around $2. That tram ride was super cool. I got some really good pictures and videos of that, and it was really packed with people. So I was really trying to like get good angles because I wanted to get those really nice pictures of the view. The view was just so cool of like Roosevelt Island to one side and then Manhattan to the other side and then Queens to the other side. Getting to Roosevelt Island, the first thing that we did was hit up the gift shop because we love a good gift shop and we love a good like little gift or knick-knack. Especially me, I love my postcards. So we had to go check out the gift shop and I did get some postcards there as well. Going into Roosevelt Island, I didn't know it was as big as it was. I literally thought it was just an island. Like I didn't think there was buildings on it or like houses and people like actually living their life in such a tiny piece of land. But yeah, Roosevelt Island is literally like its own borough. Like it's its own little city. One of the things that we really wanted to see in Roosevelt Island is one of their parks at the south end of the island. They have this really nice big open space park and it was just great for pictures. Also, the views from Roosevelt Island of like Manhattan are just really cool and just a really different perspective. You get a lot of nice views of the Chrysler Building as well, which the Chrysler Building is one of my favorite structures in New York City. After leaving Roosevelt Island, we needed to get some food. Also, there was another friend of ours that was also visiting New York, so we wanted to link up and just spend the rest of the day adventuring together. And that's what we basically did. We just hit up some shops, went and grabbed some Shake Shack, which is literally one of my favorite fast food. The food in Shake Shack is just so good. Like, I wish we had a Shake Shack here in Puerto Rico. Like, I would be the happiest person on earth. It's funny how I'm like literally promoting all these restaurants and shops like if I was sponsored. Like, I feel like I should be sponsored. Like, I'm a travel vlogger or something like that. Day number 9, our last full day of the trip. We decided to spend the day in Jersey City because we wanted to just basically like get ready, pack our things, and leave the Airbnb clean because the next morning we would be leaving. But honestly, since we didn't have such a big mess or so many things to clean or pick up, we decided to head out because we still had a lot of time. So we got on the Jersey train and headed to Target because they had a Target nearby that I really wanted to check out. I love going to Target, and my friends had never been to Target, so I really wanted them to experience that Target experience because Target is an experience. But the truth is, we got to Target and literally it was like a rampage in there. That was the day before Christmas, so it was the 24th, and that Target was just like destroyed. Like, there was literally barely anything on the shelves. It was crazy. Like, it wasn't the best looking Target, even though they still had really nice things, and I did find some cool things. I bought a book, and I also bought some snacks for the airplane for the next day, and also bought some last minute gifts for my family. When we walked out of the Target, we saw that there was a Five Below across the street, and I needed to go to Five Below because that's another store that I really like. So we headed over there. Again, my friends had never been there, and they really liked it as well. Even though this Five Below, like I said, it was the 24th, it was Christmas Eve, and people were going crazy and nothing was on the shelves. I did manage to find 2 t-shirts for $5. We headed back to the Airbnb, ordered some food, and we ended that last night of the trip having a bonfire. It was super cool that in the backyard of the place that we were staying at, they had like the whole like bonfire pit and stuff. So we did buy some matches, and we bought some marshmallows and cookies and some chocolate, and we did some s'mores. I'm not gonna lie, we even told some scary stories, so it literally felt like camping for a minute. The 10th day, the last day of our trip, which was just literally traveling back to the airport. We spent that whole day just like checking out of the Airbnb and getting on the train because we would be doing the same thing that we did to get there in the first place. We would take the train from all the way from Jersey City to Queens, where the airport is at. This trip was super cool, honestly, a trip that I won't forget ever because it was just so much fun. It was our first ever guys trip, which was really cool, and we do plan on doing more of those because we did have a lot of fun. Anyways, this trip was literally what we wanted because everything was super spontaneous. We, like I said, didn't have a lot of plans. We just had a small list of places that we definitely didn't want to miss out. So we got to do those, and we also got to find new places around New York City, which is what we really wanted to do. So I do have to say that we did accomplish the goal of this trip. So this is the end of this video. I know it's been a long video. I'm sorry. I hope you guys did enjoy watching this video and watching my adventures in New York City, my favorite place on earth. Like, literally love going to New York. I can't wait to go back. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel because it really does help. And if you guys enjoy this content, I don't want you guys to be missing out on it. If you guys want to see more of me, you could definitely go follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Even though I'm more active on Instagram out of like all my socials, I'm always on there. I took a ton of pictures of this trip and I'm putting them all on Instagram. So if you guys want to check that out, the link is down below. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.